Body bags where horror lies.
What's up, body bags? This is Kyle coming back at you with another Tuesday review. Today I'm actually reviewing a movie that I've had for a while now. It's from one of my favorite directors, and one of my directors, the director of my favorite movie of all time, Dawn of the Dead. This is a George A. Romero movie. This movie is from 2007. It is called Diary of the Dead. So yeah, like I said, this movie came out in 2007. It's actually one of the newer Dead movies. You had Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead. There was Survival of the Dead, and this was, I believe, the second one. I believe Land came out first, and then this came out second. Obviously, the original being Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and then Land, Diary, and Survival of the Dead. Which I think that they're coming out with another one. I don't really know. But like I said, 2007 film he came out with, directed and written by George A. Romero. Kind of get a little bit into this movie if you guys have never seen it. It kind of opens up the scene of this reporter kind of talking, and you see that there's bodies in the background where they're being put in an ambulance. They're kind of on a gurney being put in an ambulance, and this one guy gets bit. One of the workers that are trying to put these bodies in this ambulance get bit, and you see a couple other people that get bit in the in the scene, the reporter scene, and then there's a lot of gunfire that goes off. Well, apparently there was a lot of footage that wasn't actually filmed or shown when this happened on the TV. So what happens is it kind of pans off. You pan out to you see these people making a movie in the woods. It looks like a bunch of film students. They're making a horror movie in the woods. At first, you kind of think it actually is a scene from the movie, but it's actually a scene from their horror movie they're making. And you got your professor out there. You got all your film students and the teacher and stuff. They get word of this reporter scene, or this scene where these people are being bit and kind of people are being reanimated, coming back to life, aka zombies. And they pretty much just get out of there. They're like, okay, if this is what's going on right now, we don't want to be doing this movie, so let's just go ahead and get out of here. So they go ahead and get out of there, and they start heading toward one of the students' parents' house, because the parent lives in Pennsylvania. So they kind of get on the road. There's a couple of scenes where they actually go back to they go back to the school first, get some of their stuff, kind of go on the road, try to travel to this girl's parents' house. On the way, they actually stop at a hospital and go in the hospital. And this is one of the more iconic scenes, in my opinion, of this film. While in the hospital, there's obviously zombies in this hospital. There's a scene where like a zombie gets like an IV, like it goes through its skull, which is really, really cool. There's one scene where like there's people behind like a kind of like a curtain, kind of like if you were like in you were sharing a hospital room with somebody, and there's like a curtain around somebody. There's like people behind the curtain. You think they're people that may not be zombies, and they end up being zombies. There's like two doctors and a nurse. And they shoot and kill these people, and this is the scene where they kind of start realizing that this is a big deal. This is crazy what's going on right now. So don't want to spoil too much more of the movie. I mean, they start traveling out to like I said, to this girl's parents' house. The only really reliable source of information that they have that they're going off of is the internet, like bloggers on the internet, on YouTube, basically blogging and vlogging and talking about what exactly is going on currently with everything, with the way the state of the world's getting to. Now to kind of get into my thoughts of this movie, so I kind of tend to associate this movie with Land, Diary, Land, and Survival, all in kind of like its own trilogy. I don't really associate these films too much with the Night, Dawn, and Day, because those were like back in the day. These are the New Age kind of trilogy. George Romero really didn't hit the mark with any of the newer three, in my opinion. Out of the newer three, I felt like this was the better one out of all the three. I know there's a lot of people that like Land, or at least think Land was the better one. I personally think that Diary was probably better, just because I felt like it It had really good gore scenes, and the plot kept me a little bit more interested. And the zombies and the way that the actual practical effects in this movie were kept me a little bit more interested than Land or Survival. Survival, in my opinion, was just really bad. I didn't really enjoy that. But if I was to rate this movie, I would give this movie a solid 6 out of 10. I normally would probably give this a little bit higher, but I rewatched it and I don't feel like it really hits the mark for a Romero film. I mean, Romero isn't, he's had his moments with his films, but the newer films that he's been coming out with are kind of lackluster. And that's just my opinion. People may, like his newer films, but out of all the three, the new ones, Diary, I definitely recommend checking it out. I mean, if you're a fan of like Dawn, Day, if you're a fan of his original work, definitely check out his new work just to see, how you would feel about it. But yeah, give it 6 out of 10. Check it out. Subscribe to the video, or the video, subscribe to the page, head over to my channel over at the Horrorphile. I've been uploading a lot of podcasts I've been doing. I do an X-Files podcast over there. If you guys are like the X-Files, we're doing a podcast per episode, kind of go breaking down each episode. I'm doing an Ash vs. Evil Dead podcast. And also I've been a guest on the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror podcast within, a couple of times. I was just on the previous one. I'll be uploading that to my page as well. But appreciate you guys watching. Check me out next week. Till next time, peace.